Hey everybody, I'm Trevor.
I'm Vincent.
And we're the Anthony and Todd Show, and today we're going to be taking a look at the latest Conway the Machine record, Everybody is Food 3. Or F.O.O.D. if you know how to spell.
I don't.
Damon Price, aka Conway the Machine, is a Buffalo rapper. Obviously paired with, or not paired, I guess trioed with Benny the Butcher and Westside Gunn. These guys travel as a pack, and they are always on each other's records. Obviously under Griselda Records, which Westside Gunn founded. Conway is probably most well known for his slurred speech that he demonstrates on his records, which are a result of gunshot wounds that he suffered to the head back in 2012, which he has since recovered from, but obviously has some long-term side effects of, or I guess lifelong side effects. But he has been on Benny the Butcher and Westside Gunn's last couple of records, and that's where we've run into him. Obviously, he's on Westside Gunn's Supreme Blientele, as well as Benny's last project.
Tanya Talk 3.
Tanya Talk 3, which we didn't get to talk about.
To review last year.
There's too much stuff going on.
There's too much stuff.
Sorry, Benny. Maybe next time.
Maybe next time we'll get some prime ribs from you.
Butcher. So this latest release from Conway really piqued our interest because it's preceding this upcoming major label debut for Conway, Benny, and Westside Gunn on Shady Records, which I guess we thought we thought they were on that for a while.
Yeah.
But then it turns out that they weren't actually on that at all, but now they will be.
Well, they signed a deal, so I'm assuming just all the work has just been distributed by them, by Shady. But apparently it hasn't been, and they're about to make their major label.
Yeah,
I think it's just because they put out so much music. I mean, I'm just like, okay, maybe
and
one.
I was like, okay, calm down, guys. Yeah, it was really confusing for a while because I wasn't 100% sure what was going on. But now I guess they will be on Shady Records, which hopefully that means that all three of these artists, including Conway, will get this kind of boogie everything's for sale treatment. And Conway's latest record coming out soon, God Don't Make Mistakes, which supposedly is called, will get a lot of mainstream exposure, like Boogie did.
Because Boogie has, no uniqueness. So, and he got really
Everything's
popular.
for Sale wasn't even good.
He got really popular, so I'm assuming Conway,
somebody that is
unique,
good will get popular. So Everybody's Food comes out just a couple of months after Conway dropped his last album, and all three of these in a series came out in a span of 6 months, and he boasted that he was so bored that he just recorded this tape in 2 days to show everybody he was the illest, and it came out effortlessly incredible. Thank you, Conway. This record's only 8 songs at 22 minutes, so a nice little bite-sized chunk of what Conway can do.
Yeah, and as a first look into a Conway project, I'm actually really impressed. Because besides, I think 2 off moments, especially being London Pound, and I think the end Don't Judge Me, it's just the mixing's off, and it just sounds weird. But for the most part, I really like him. I think he's essentially what I like about Benny and what I like about Westside Gunn is just this revival of 90s hardcore East Coast hip hop.
These guys are the new Wu-Tang clan.
New Wu-Tang.
They fit right in. This reminds me a lot of Ghostface's last, not Czarface, but the Lost tapes, which came before. It reminds me a lot of what Ghostface has been doing for years, and honestly, what a lot of the other members of Wu-Tang have been doing for years. It's a lot of fun, seeing this revival in 2019 under these 3 artists. Of course, more, but they all are buddies. They are the new clan.
Yeah, this thing has slick and saturated, sample heavy production that you would expect from kind of a Griselda Records release. I think it plays out. I really like the guitars that are on E.I.F. I think that works out really well. I like his voice. I like how even though it's a negative that he has it, I like how he has a bit of a slur because it adds a little bit of distinctness. Same way Westside Gunn's super nasally and high pitched. I feel like it adds a dynamic chemistry to him, which works out really well.
It lets him stand out a little bit among some other rappers.
On Richest in the City, I think the mixing's a little low, but actually makes his slur a little bit more noticeable. So it actually adds, but the mixing isn't a little bit low on the production on Don't Judge Me, and it just doesn't work. It doesn't work for me. It sounds like he's not low, but the production's a bit too low, and it could have been mixed up a little bit more. But London Pound with Burner, I think that's probably the most noticeable mistake on here because they're just doing trap. Not that the trap is bad. I feel like they attempted to make it work because it's an old soul sample over like trap beats, and it just doesn't work. But like Burner is just G-Eazy. It's just bad. He like has a super long verse for like a minute and a half. It doesn't hold me, and then Conway tries to come in and save the track, and there's nothing he really can do.
It's too late.
He kind of sounds like J-Rock where he's over trap. It doesn't work. He should just not do trap. He should do soul because it gives him a more distinct edge.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like he's a contemporary. That's kind of what I like about it. And when he tries to go over a more modern beat, I pair him to more modern contemporaries like J-Rock. I think because J-Rock has that slow approach too, like Conway. That's kind of why the ends kind of match. But moments like E.I.F, The Basement, Country Mike, Richest in the City, all comes through with this very like villainous, but also kind of like weird because of his pitch and his speed persona. If I made the comparison to West Side Gun's kind of like the Shawn Michaels, something that doesn't seem intimidating because of the pitch, but really is.
Yeah.
Like a good technical persona. He's the Diesel. He's the other half. He's slow, compensating, big, large, the heavy of the group. I think that duo works out really well. I think it's funny that I'm comparing to Diesel, and when he's paired with a gun, they call themselves Hall and Nash. So it's the other persona of Kevin Nash. But yeah, I think this thing really works out. If you like yourself some East Coast hip hop and hardcore hip hop, I definitely suggest you check this out because this is phenomenal. Besides some like mess ups, I'm really excited from the character because this reminds me a lot of Hitler Wears Hermes 6, which we reviewed a couple months ago. It was just made in a short time, but it showcased character, and I think this one showcases a lot more character than West Side Gun did on Hitler Wears Hermes 6, and I think he panned out. For something that was recorded in 2 days, it actually is pretty well rounded besides a few off moments, and especially the little skits that show up. I think the DMX one on, I think it's the end of Richest in the City, really just adds a little bit of character to the track, which is nice.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this release for what it is. Obviously not a full-length album or full-length project, so I'm really excited to see what he would do on like a larger project. I feel like you said, Hitler Wears Hermes 6, or really any of those in the series, West Side Gun doesn't always get to display his personality, but on Supreme Blind Tell, he really showed his true colors, and it was a lot of fun to listen to. So I'm only hoping that Conway will do the same thing when he feels like he has more time to develop his ideas and doesn't have anything to prove to anybody. He'll really buckle down and show off what he can, show off what he's made of, you know?
Yeah, keep in mind that all scores are meaningless and futile. I'm feeling an okay out of 10 on this release.
I'll give it a all right.
All right. Now, Trevor.
Yeah.
Are you done with this review?
Yeah.
Until next time, guys, I'm Vincent.
I'm Trevor.
And see you, boys.
Bye, everybody.